Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video I want to talk to you about exotics because they changed them up in Title Update 10.1 and a lot of you, I've seen comments of people talking about how they're confused, it's not working how they believe it should work or how it was working, and they did make changes so that it simplified it, but they didn't clear it up for everyone. They spoke about it on State of the Game, but that's all they did. There wasn't they don't promote every single change through as many ways as possible, and that's why if you don't keep up to date with the developers, then you're not going to understand some of these things. I mean, even if you do keep up to date with them, sometimes it's not clarified exactly how something works. That's why I'm going to be clearing it up so that you fully understand how they work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at the map, and we're going to look at the targeted loot, because the way it used to work before would be, let's say you go and run Jefferson Trade Center. This is currently allocated loot for SMGs. So you would run the mission, and either at some point through the mission, depending on difficulty you're playing, you would have a chance to get an exotic SMG to drop. Or should I say you have an increased chance, all the way throughout the mission and from the boss drop. I can't remember the exact percentages. I believe it goes up 2% each difficulty, starting at 1% for story. Then it would be 3 for normal, 5 for hard, 7 for challenging, 9 for heroic, but that doesn't sound right in my head because legendary is 10%. But it is something like that, and legendary is the highest you can get it is 10%. And that's what they did for 10.1. I don't know if you can still get exotics to drop mid-mission. If you've had that happen, then let me know in the comments. But what happens now is basically when you get to the end boss, we'll use Jefferson Trade Center as the example. The boss at the end of this mission is called Coyote. Coyote has an exotic mask. It was obtainable in Season 1, but is now in the general loot pool. What they did was, so that you could be more specific with exotic drops and you would understand, you would know when you've got one that's set for that mission, what they did is instead of the boss dropping any random exotic, if you run through Jefferson Trade Center now, you get to the boss, you take down Coyote. If you see an exotic drop there, that is guaranteed going to be Coyote's mask, because that is that specific boss exotic drop. You can still, however, from the boss, not sure if you can do it mid-mission, but from the boss, you can still get a random exotic. That will pop up once you have either left the area, finished off the objective, or something like that. When it pops up on your screen saying mission completed, that is when you will see. At first, I thought it was an exotic cache because that's what they told us on State of the Game. They said you'll get an exotic cache, you open it, that's your random exotic that you would typically get before 10.1. Although I've run Lincoln Memorial quite a few times now, and I've not actually had an exotic. I believe I've had one boss drop exotic. I've not had a random one from mission completion. But when Con got one to drop from Lincoln Memorial, it popped up straight away. I believe it was a Costa's Go bag, if memory serves me well. But it popped up, mission completed, and it just come up on the screen with the random exotic. There weren't an exotic cache to open or anything like that. But that's how it works now. These bosses and end of mission stuff have specific drops that they will drop. The only time you'll see an exotic drop off a boss is when it's that specific one for that mission. So to put more context behind it, if you are running Legendary, so you're doing either District Union Arena, Capitol Building, or you are doing Roosevelt Island, if you take down the final boss, so we'll use District Union because I'm so used to that one, if you take down Logan at the end of this, if you see a red exotic drop at the end, that is guaranteed 100% the Bighorn, because that is the specific boss drop. If you are going to be awarded a random exotic off Logan instead, then it will just pop up when it says on your screen mission completed. You'll be awarded your credits, your XP. There will be an exotic there or an exotic cache. One of the comments I remember from someone was they were running Air and Space Museum, or it was a mission that's similar to this or something like this. I can't remember it exactly, but they were running a mission. It was targeted loot for holsters. So they were either going for the Dodge City Gunslinger holster or the Imperial Dynasty holster. They got to the final boss and the boss dropped the tardigrade, so they were really confused, why is the targeted loot working like that? I'm going for holsters, it's dropping a chest. That is because the True Sons are limited to dropping the tardigrade. There are other ones out there, I believe it's DCD Headquarters. I can't remember if that's... I think that's Sweet Dreams and Merciless. The Vile Mask and the Mantis, they will only drop once you've reached those tiers in the season. And then there are things like the Chatterbox, the Nemesis, the Dodge City Gunslinger Holster. They will only drop once you've crafted them. Although if you're playing in a group and someone else has crafted them before, they can get it to drop and they can drop it for you, so you don't have to do the crafting. But I still don't think after obtaining it that you'll get it again unless you've crafted it on your personal account. So it's not actually simplified the whole thing, because they don't state which exotic you can get from each of the missions. You kind of have to learn it all. But in a way it did simplify it, because now if you see an exotic drop off the boss, you know which one if you're specifically going after that one. And I think that is a good thing in the game, because going through Legendary with the amount of time and effort it takes, getting to the end and seeing an exotic and it's not the big horn, it's a little bit frustrating. But that's all sorted now because of this update. But that's going to do it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.